Johnny Whitaker once had everything most kids could only dream of: fame, steady work, and millions of people watching him grow up on television. But what the audience never saw was how fast that world can fall apart when the roles stop coming and real life takes over. As the years passed, success turned into uncertainty, and the image people loved became a weight he struggled to carry. Today, at 66, Johnny is opening up about the moments that nearly broke him and the long road it took to find purpose again. So how does a beloved child star end up feeling lost as an adult? And what does it really cost to grow up famous in an industry that moves on without looking back? Keep watching, because Johnny Whitaker's journey reveals the side of childhood fame that rarely gets talked about, and why his story still matters today.
Family Affair was great.
Yeah,
I mean,
it felt like a family, I've got to believe.
And Mr. Kobos, the makeup artist
Right.
and hair guy, just said, "Don't touch the tube." So I remembered that.
Yeah.
Back in my day, kids never really got starring roles. They were always co-stars.
Once a well-known child actor who made audiences smile, Johnny Whitaker lived a life that followed a path many young stars know too well. Now, 64, he is opening up about the struggles that stayed hidden behind fame. While the applause was loud and the cameras were always rolling, there were pressures and problems few people ever noticed. What began as an exciting acting career slowly turned into a difficult period as he grew older. The success he found early on did not guarantee stability later in life. As the years passed, staying relevant in a competitive industry became harder. He dealt with questions about who he was beyond acting, along with challenges tied to relationships and mental health. The joy of early fame came at a cost, leaving him feeling disconnected and unsure as he tried to build a life outside of his childhood image. By sharing his experiences, Whitaker hopes to show a side of child stardom that often gets ignored. He talks openly about the pressure to fit expectations, the struggle to form real connections, and the lingering feeling of missed possibilities. His story serves as a reminder that even those who once entertained millions can carry long-term emotional weight. Johnny Whitaker entered the entertainment world at just 3 years old through television commercials. His first appearance was in an ad for a local used car dealership, which helped him land more opportunities in Hollywood. Starting so young allowed him to grow comfortable in front of the camera and sharpen his acting skills early. In 1965, he gained major attention by originating the role of Scotty Baldwin on the soap opera General Hospital. His performance made the character instantly likable and showed his natural ability as an actor. This role became a turning point and opened doors to larger projects. His time on General Hospital helped move him into more visible television and film roles. It also established him as a familiar face with strong acting range, proving that starting young could lead to real momentum in the industry. In 1966, Whitaker was cast as Jody Davis on the TV series Family Affair, a role that turned him into a household name. His portrayal of Jod as a kind and gentle child connected strongly with viewers. His on-screen pairing with Anissa Jones, who played Buffy, became one of the show's highlights. Their chemistry made them a favorite among audiences nationwide. Johnny's success was not just driven by talent. His family played a strong role in helping him handle fame. They made sure he stayed focused on school and kept a sense of normal life despite the demands of acting. He also benefited from guidance within the industry. Mentors helped him understand how to work professionally and manage expectations. This mix of family support and professional advice allowed him to succeed during his years on Family Affair, securing his place in TV history. Around the same time, he appeared in the film The Russians Are Coming, The Russians Are Coming, where his performance stood out. Actor Brian Keith noticed his work and later recommended him for the role of Jody Davis. That recommendation played a key role in shaping his career. After Family Affair ended, Whitaker continued working steadily. He starred in the film Tom Sawyer, bringing energy and personality to the classic character. The role confirmed that he could carry a major part beyond sitcom television. He later led the children's series Sigmund and the Sea Monsters, which showed his ability to connect with younger viewers. These projects helped him maintain a strong presence in family-friendly entertainment. Whitaker also made guest appearances on popular shows like Bewitched and Gunsmoke. These roles gave him the chance to work alongside experienced actors and broaden his range. His time on Gunsmoke stood out, especially when he shared scenes with actresses such as Ruth Roman and Ellen Burton, adding valuable experience to his acting journey. These early experiences helped him grow as a performer and gave him a deeper understanding of how acting really works. While he was filming Gunsmoke, Johnny's family came to visit him on set, which brought a sense of comfort to his work life. Having his loved ones around made the experience more meaningful and strengthened his connection to acting. Spending time with his co-stars, along with the support of his family, created memories that stayed with him for years. Being part of well-known shows gave Johnny the chance to sharpen his skills and feel more comfortable in front of the camera. Every role helped him learn how to approach different characters and understand storytelling in a more practical way. This mix of career growth and personal support made that period an important part of his acting path. In the 1970s, Johnny Whitaker chose to use his fame for something bigger than himself. He took part in public service campaigns that were aimed at young viewers, hoping to pass along positive messages that could help guide and encourage them. These efforts showed that he cared about having a positive influence on children and teenagers, not just being a familiar face on television. As he moved on from his early success, Johnny continued acting in different TV shows and films, staying active in the industry. One of his later roles appeared in the movie A Talking Cat. The film had an unusual style that caught on with a niche audience, especially college students who enjoyed its humor. Over time, the movie gained cult status, proving that Johnny could still connect with viewers long after his childhood fame. His mix of public service work and varied acting roles showed his commitment to both his career and the kind of impact he wanted to have beyond the screen. Johnny also explored voice acting in the Disney animated film The Rescuers, where he voiced the character Cody. This role helped him reach younger audiences and showed that he could bring animated characters to life using only his voice. His work in the film was received positively and showed his ability as both an on-screen actor and a voice performer. Alongside animation, Johnny also stepped into music, releasing an album titled Friends. The album earned favorable feedback and added another creative layer to his career. The tracks highlighted his singing ability and his talent for connecting with listeners through honest lyrics and melodies. Moving from acting into music showed his range and his genuine interest in creative work. His efforts in voice acting and music added depth to his time in entertainment. Adulthood, however, was not an easy phase for Johnny Whitaker. After becoming famous at such a young age, he struggled to find adult roles that matched his earlier success. The shift from being a well-loved child star to an adult performer left him unsure about where his career was headed. At the same time, his personal life became increasingly difficult. He went through a painful divorce that took a toll on his emotional health and affected how he saw himself. Losing his marriage weighed heavily on him. He also endured deep personal loss. The death of his girlfriend, along with her unborn child, was a devastating blow that stayed with him. This tragedy added intense grief to an already difficult period in his life. On top of that, Johnny was excommunicated from the church, which left him feeling isolated and hurt. All of these experiences shaped his adult years as he tried to move forward while carrying the weight of loss and disappointment. Johnny Whitaker also battled substance abuse, a struggle that many former child actors face. After early fame, he entered a dark period marked by addiction, which affected both his personal relationships and his professional life. This struggle was far from simple. It often brought deep loneliness and moments of hopelessness. Still, Johnny refused to let those moments define who he was. Instead of giving in, he chose to turn what he went through into something that could help others. As he focused on rebuilding his life, Johnny understood how important recovery truly is. He became a certified drug counselor and committed himself to supporting people facing the same battles he once did. His own recovery journey led him to create a nonprofit called Paso Po Paso. The organization is built to provide recovery resources for non-English speakers, filling a serious gap in available support. Through his advocacy, Johnny works to help people break free from addiction and move toward recovery. His dedication shows his strength and his determination to turn painful experiences into hope for others. Over time, he became a well-known speaker on addiction and recovery, openly sharing his story to encourage people and push for stronger support systems. His experiences with addiction now shape his purpose and his work. Johnny speaks honestly about his past, so others can see that recovery is real and achievable. His message connects with many because he explains addiction as more than just a physical issue. He talks about how mental and emotional struggles play a major role as well. He supports a whole-person approach to recovery, one that looks beyond substance use alone. For Johnny, real healing means caring for mental health, emotional stability, and physical well-being together. He encourages people to find balance in their lives by practicing self-care, building healthy relationships, and focusing on personal development. By sharing what he has learned, he helps create spaces where people feel comfortable opening up and asking for help. His work continues to give strength and hope to those walking their own recovery paths. His early life and upbringing also shaped his deep sense of service, which remains a core part of how he approaches recovery and counseling. Johnny understands how powerful community support can be, especially when it comes to addiction. That belief is what led him to host an annual Zoom call every August 31st. The event has two purposes. It honors those who lost their lives to drug overdoses, and it recognizes the progress of those who are actively working toward recovery. During the call, people share stories, reflect on their journeys, and remember loved ones. The space is built on care and understanding, allowing participants to feel supported rather than judged. Johnny's dedication to this event shows how strongly he believes in shared experiences and remembrance. By bringing people together, he creates connection and hope, reminding others that they are not alone in their fight. The annual gathering looks back with respect, while also encouraging a healthier future for those still moving forward. His influence now reaches far beyond acting. Through advocacy and recovery work, Johnny has made a real impact on public health and wellness. Much of his life has been devoted to supporting individuals dealing with addiction and mental health challenges. By speaking openly about his own life, he has inspired many and shared lessons earned through hard experience. This commitment has earned him respect within the community, where he continues to use his voice to raise awareness and support healthier choices. Alongside this work, Johnny is currently writing an autobiography. The book will tell the story of his life, including both his achievements and his setbacks. He plans to release 2 versions of the book to reach different readers. One will focus on his career in entertainment, while the other will explore his personal struggles and recovery in greater detail. Through these books, he hopes to connect with more people and encourage those facing similar challenges. His work continues to leave a mark on both entertainment and health-focused spaces. At 64, Johnny Whitaker's life highlights the complicated reality of growing up in the public eye. Once a familiar face on television, he now looks back on a life shaped by both success and hardship. Away from the cameras, he faced constant pressure to meet expectations tied to fading fame, which often left him feeling alone. Moving from child actor to adulthood brought its own difficulties. He struggled to build an identity that reflected who he truly was, rather than the roles people remembered. Hollywood expectations weighed heavily, and genuine relationships were hard to find among shallow connections driven by fame. By speaking openly about his mental health, Johnny sheds light on the battles many former child stars quietly face. His story pulls back the curtain on life after fame and encourages empathy for those who once entertained millions but later had to face life without the spotlight. His journey is a reminder that fame does not shield anyone from struggle, vulnerability, or the need to find purpose beyond applause. Johnny also emphasizes that recovery is not a straight path. Setbacks are part of the process, and he encourages people to view them as opportunities to learn, rather than failures. His own experiences taught him that addiction can touch every aspect of a person's life: relationships, career, and self-esteem, and that support from others is crucial for lasting change. Through Paso Po Paso, he has built a community where people can share openly without fear of judgment. He believes that connection is a cornerstone of healing. By listening, guiding, and mentoring, Johnny helps individuals recognize their worth and the possibilities that come with sobriety. He stresses that healing takes time and patience, and that celebrating small victories is just as important as reaching major milestones. His story also serves as a cautionary tale for child actors and anyone who grows up in high-pressure environments. Johnny shows that early success does not guarantee happiness, and that struggles with mental health and addiction can emerge regardless of talent or fame. Even now, he continues to balance his advocacy work with personal reflection, using his life to inspire resilience and hope. His message is simple but powerful. No matter how dark the journey may feel, recovery is possible, and with the right support, a fulfilling, balanced life is within reach.